When these two bear cubs were introduced to one another, they had much more in common than you'd think. Having both lost their moms, these two bear cubs found solace in each other in the sweetest way. Blue and Bearzilla are two baby bear cubs that happen to be the best of friends. Although the friendship they share is strong, their lives didn't start out very easily. Blue and Bearzilla were both rescued around the same time. Both baby bear cubs had just lost their mothers. It was a very sad situation that they both found themselves in. Rescuers felt that it would only be fitting for Blue and Bearzilla to be introduced to each other considering their similar backstories. The cubs were both all alone and rescuers knew that having a friend would help improve their lives. When the bears were first introduced, rescuers were unsure of how they would react to one another. However, the two of them had an instant connection from the start. It's like it was meant to be. The duo are now practically inseparable and do just about everything together. These two play with their toys together, nap together, eat together, and just about everything else. Blue and Bearzilla are always together and the rescuers are excited to watch them grow together. This friendship has been especially helpful to Blue since she has had a serious problem since she was born. Unfortunately, Blue had been dealing with spinal problems that rescuers noticed instantly. Rescuers assumed that the issues stem from physical trauma that occurred from a very young age. After Blue was rescued, rescuers made it their mission to find out how to help out Blue's spinal problem. So they gathered veterinarians from all around the world to get expert opinions on the situation. The rescuers specifically wanted to avoid the possibility of euthanasia if Blue's spinal pain would continue to worsen with no improvements. It'd not only devastate them, but it would break Bearzilla's heart. So the rescuers decided to devote 24-hour care to Blue in order to help the situation. They provided him with medication and supplements whenever it was needed. One of the biggest issues that Blue was facing was being unable to walk. Rescuers were hoping that all of the attention and care that they were devoting to Blue would pay off. Soon, things began to change. Each day, Blue continued to get stronger and stronger. Especially with Bearzilla around, Blue's tenacious spirit continued to prevail. Rescuers felt that it was finally time to see if Blue could walk. The rescuers were excited to see if Blue would be able to take his first steps. Everyone was so excited when Blue began to slowly but surely move and walk around. It was an exciting day for them all. Although Blue hasn't quite perfected his walk, he has been making serious strides. It was pretty tough for him in the beginning as sometimes he would just give up. However, his next big step is climbing. In order to be able to keep up with his best pal, Blue has to continue to build up his strength. Learning to climb will help him play with Bearzilla and make the most of his friendship. Finally, after a lot of hard work, Blue has accomplished the task of mastering climbing on trees. Although he might not be as fast as his other pals, Blue is still doing the best that he can. A video of Blue's first steps was uploaded onto YouTube by Free the Bears. It has since received over 200,000 views. Everyone has been so proud of Blue's progress. Many users headed to the comment section to show their support of Blue. One user commented saying, "This makes me cry at how someone could hurt such a beautiful little baby and at how he's been given another chance to be a happy little bear." Blue and Bearzilla's friendship has now never been stronger. These two are spending all of their time together still. With his friend by his side, Blue was able to overcome a huge obstacle in his life. Thanks to the Free the Bears rescue team, these two bear cubs were given an amazing opportunity to live out their lives in a caring environment. Now Blue and Bearzilla will have each other for the rest of their lives.
This story was really incredible, but you will like the next one more.
Orphaned Otter gets a stuffed animal to comfort her. Let's face it, everyone loves otters. They're adorable and their behavior is absolutely hilarious. So when a woman found a tiny baby otter, she didn't hesitate for 1 second and rescued her. She took the tiny creature to an animal sanctuary where the staff did their best to make her comfortable and happy. But Misty needed more than human contact, so something had to be done. Misty is a cute little otter who sadly was left behind by her family. Despite being the cutest thing ever, she was abandoned by her otter family. The good news is that she was found and soon her life would change completely. On the bright side of things, the otter was spotted by someone who quickly contacted the folks at the Scottish SPCA, which is an organization that helps animals in need. When they first saw her, they were amazed. Misty was found wandering all alone, even though she was just a helpless baby. We're not sure why her family left her behind, but one thing was sure, she needed a home and someone to take care of her. After taking her to the animal sanctuary, something amazing happened. Worrying that the baby otter might be sick or malnourished, they quickly took her to the vet. Despite the fact that she was found all alone, the ball of fur was perfectly healthy. But taking care of her would prove to be more difficult than expected. The otter needed a friend. Misty was just a baby and her rescuers knew that she wouldn't survive on her own. At first, they tried to find her an adoptive mom, but the shy baby otter refused to stay in the same enclosure with the other animals. It was clear that something else had to be done, so they had this amazing idea. They found Misty the best unlikely friend, and it worked. As you can clearly see, Misty quickly made a new friend right after arriving at the Scottish SPCA Center. The red stuffed toy was given to Misty to comfort her, but the rescuers had no idea how attached the baby otter would get to it. At first, the cub wasn't very excited about meeting her new friend, but after a while, something unexpected happened. Giving Misty this red toy was the best thing the rescuers could do, and you won't believe why. Just like any other being, Misty misses her family. Fortunately, she has this little cute toy to keep her comfort instead of her parents. While this might be heartbreaking, at least the baby otter has the rescuers to keep her safe and healthy. But no one expected her to act this way. Usually, young otters learn from their family what to do and what to avoid. Even though Misty's family might not be around, the folks at the Scottish SPCA are doing their best to fill in that role. Although this is not the only thing that the rescuers are going to do for Misty. You won't believe what they did next. The next step in Misty's rehabilitation will be to put her in the same place as Finn, who is another otter cub of the same age. They are surely going to be great friends and have some awesome times together while learning about the world. But Misty isn't ready yet. Misty will stay with her red toy for a little more time because she is not ready to meet another otter right now. After all, they already tried once. However, when that time comes, you can be sure that she and Finn are going to play around all day long. Nonetheless, Misty is not the only otter to get attached to a toy. The upcoming pictures will melt your heart. A video of an otter who slept while cuddling with her piggy toy went viral. Isn't he the cutest ever? Check out what happens when someone tries to wake up this otter. Unlike Misty, this otter doesn't really like posing for pictures. As you can tell from this picture, this little guy is quite attached to his piggy toy, but who can blame him when there are no other otters around? He would make a perfect match for Misty, wouldn't he? Even though pink toys might not be what boys usually like, this otter is making an exception for his special piggy. What this otter loves to do the most while spending time with her toy is to fool around in silly positions. Don't believe me? Just check out the next photo and see for yourself. Who knew that otters could be so cute? I thought cats were ruling the internet, not otters. What do you think this otter does after a long day of playing around? Just like anyone else would do, the otter starts getting tired after playing around all day long. The way this otter falls asleep is adorable. While the way this otter falls asleep is adorable, the best thing about this is how he starts rolling around when he is dreaming. Check out the next picture to see what I am talking about. The cutest thing happens whenever this otter starts dreaming. He rolls around in his sleep. To make things even better, he still doesn't let go of his piggy. Now that we saw two adorable otters snuggling with their toys, we're going to try and make your day better by showing you a bunch of even cuter critters. Isn't it adorable how this little guy is trying to play with the keys? Even though this is hard to believe, the upcoming picture is even more adorable. I wonder what kind of food is Grandma cooking? Maybe it's something sweet for her little furry friend. We found these 4 cubs for you, just in case you didn't think one otter cub was cute enough. Talking about cuteness, you won't believe how awesome these upcoming pictures are. This little guy is sure going to win the #1 place if there will ever be a longest whiskers contest among otters. Nonetheless, his confused look makes this picture so much better. This cutie is trying to remind us that otters can be ferocious predators, but someone should tell him that he is not scary at all. What he is actually trying to remind us about is to smile more often. What else is an otter to do after swimming up the river all day long other than to float and relax? This otter surely worked hard in order to deserve some time off. These otters are making the world a better place with their cuteness, and that's a fact. What did you think about the otters who got a little bit too attached to their toys? I for one think they were adorable and hope they will receive more toys and make new friends.